here booth, and today we have Derek, who is the owner of Alphabolix.
How you guys doing?
Boom. All right, let's get started.
All right, let's do it.
First question is just give us kind of a rundown of your business.
So what Alphabolix was when I first started it, real quick breakdown, about 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with low testosterone. And I had to get on hormone replacement, basically shots. I didn't like I don't know if you guys have ever done them before, but the way my doctor had spaced out the shots, they were once every 2 weeks. And I'll tell you what, by day 9, 10, dude, it was such a swing. I felt like miserable. I was like up and down. I mean, all the crazy stuff you would get with it. So I was on those for about a year to 2 years, and I was always looking for a different way to boost my testosterone up. I probably spent a good $4,000 or $5,000 on different supplements. Not a joke. Over the course of 3 to 4 years, using everything. I've used Nugenics. I've used EVL. I've used everything you could possibly imagine for a testosterone booster. T-Bomb back in the day. I've used Vitrix. I've used everything you can imagine. Some of them worked a little bit. Like Vitrix, I definitely felt something for, but then I bought a different bottle and it didn't work for me. So it's like they changed the formula or something like that, or they started sourcing at a different place, which is very common. I've learned that recently as I've made my product. So what I started doing is I started doing research, and the biggest thing that it came down to different supplements was where they source their ingredients from. And you've got some manufacturers that can make, let's say, vitamin C really, really, really well, and they have a really good source for it, and it's really potent, and it absorbs really good in your body. But then they could have really, really crappy vitamin D. But they offer you a really good deal to buy it all in-house, and most places do that. Yeah. And when I say most places, I'm not sure about all of them, but from the research I've done, it's a damn good amount of how many people, they just want to make money. And that's it. So when I was researching it, I didn't know that I actually had to make a lot of bottles to make my product. No one just makes you, a set amount. I was going to do 12 bottles because, I figure a year it'll cover me for a year and I'll do another one. And I was informed that that's not possible. So after talking actually with a family member and my current girlfriend, she's like, you know what you should do? She's like, you should make the supplement and give it to everybody else and sell to them. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. So after about 7 years of research and 7 years of storage, actually the research I got down pretty quick. The sourcing was the bitch. I mean, it took me almost 5 years to find the right facilities, because I went to one place. It was fantastic. It was awesome. They had great Bulgarian Tribulus. They actually get it from a manufacturer that uses the proper nutrients. I don't know if you guys are horticulturists at all, but I've grown many things in my day, and it matters the type of nutrients. It matters the type of light and the type of light frequencies that you get. And I found a really good place that produces unbelievable Bulgarian Tribulus. 95% saponins, and it's not just they're rating it off the seed that they grew. They're actually rating it off of the actual potency of it after the fact. So I found that place, and that place was really good. But no offense to that company, which I won't mention names because, one, they have really good Bulgarian Tribulus, and two, I don't want to piss them off. They have trash everything else. It was terrible. All the readings, all the lab testings, everything like that, it just was not good enough. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. So I ended up, even though they offered me a really good deal to go with all of their other products, I ended up going to 4 other manufacturers to get the rest of my ingredients. One of the manufacturers had really good vitamin C and vitamin D, so I got both of those there. The other 2, their fenugreek was good, and their Venus sativa was really good. A lot of people, when they're talking about herbs and supplements and stuff like that, people are like, oh, well, this worked really well. And then other people are like, oh, it didn't work well for me. It depends on the brand. It depends on the order you got, because that same company that bought that order and filled that order, let's say they bought 1,000 bottles or 10,000 bottles, they could have already reordered and just got a lower price. And they're like, you know what? We've got all the people hooked on this formula now. We can switch it and people will still keep on buying. which I don't know if you know, but I mean, you can make a product for like $5.
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, most of these companies are making their products for $5 or $6. I mean, it cost me almost triple that to make mine, which I'm going to sell it for what I sell it for, but it's hard to find a good formula out there, and it's crazy. And after taking mine, my testosterone, so I tested it myself on myself. My testosterone levels beforehand was 242. After 6 weeks of taking it, I was 484. So
Wow.
I literally almost doubled my testosterone levels, which is huge for somebody with such a low level. I'm 33 years old. I shouldn't have that low of a level.
Right. Yeah.
Long time. I've swung from 150 to 158 to like 200, 275, and I've stayed all in that range. I've always stayed under 300. Yeah, it's really bad. And after taking this, I was really excited to see the type of gains, the type of improvement I got. I've lost about 30 pounds recently due to a hand injury. I got a staph infection in my hand and actually need surgery for it. So I'll let you guys actually take over. I can talk a lot. So.
Hey, no. That's some great information. Yeah. And one thing I want to highlight that you said that really intrigued me is that you took the time to not only stick with the money aspect and get everything from one company, but you went and got the best products or best ingredients from different places to make the ultimate package.
Yeah, and I think the reason why I did that, and it's not to be that guy, but it was for myself. I don't want to take anything that's not going to work. Why am I going to spend, $30,000 to make a supplement and not have it work for myself? The whole reason why I did this whole thing was to have it work for me. The whole reason behind Alphabolix was literally for me. So, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pass it along to everybody else out there, and I've got really good reviews right now. I think I've sold quite a few bottles now, but I've got a good, I think, 15 reviews. They're all 5 stars. Everybody's really happy with it. I mean, yeah, it's really cool. I'm super pumped. I can't wait to get more sales, get more reviews. I'm always talking to my customers. I'm always like, if they need help, if they need a diet, they need anything at all, I'm right there, because you know what? I get it, man. It is really hard to. It's hard to be that guy. You get in the gym. Sometimes you don't know what to do. Sometimes you feel like you're not doing the right thing, or you're doing the right thing, but you're not getting the results you want. It could be down to diet. It could just be down to your range of motion in your exercise. But, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and that's great because a lot of these bigger companies, especially, what they do is they'll put out the product, and what you do with it is on you, whether you fail or not. They don't care about that experience aspect, which is great. So that's one thing I really enjoy about that. On to the next.
Yep. So I know you got the right here Test Reaper right now. Now, is this the only product that you have out at this time? Are you planning to release more?
I am planning to release more products. What I decided to do with the company, once I sell enough to, one, refill the order with triple the amount that I first ordered. And then also, I've been doing a lot of research on a good protein and a good multivitamin.
Okay.
Those are two things that I think a lot of athletes are lacking. Proteins are very expensive. I've got a lot of quotes out there. They're very, very expensive to make them good. So, and I've seen a lot of proteins out there that are very cheap. And the problem with that is you get the guys that think, oh, well, this is $30, it's whey protein. And you get the other guy that says, oh, it's $50, it's whey protein. They both could be the same protein. You don't know. You'll never know.
Yeah.
No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do further investigation. I've been researching proteins for about, since I've made Test Reaper, I've been researching proteins because that was my next thing, and researching a multivitamin. So that's probably going to come out within the next year or so. I'd like to take this 100%. I think I could do a lot of things with Alphabolix and Test Reaper. I think I could do a lot of things just for athletes and just for guys alone. I mean, I have a guy right now taking the product. He's 50 years old, and he said he's a mechanic. He runs a shop actually local to me, and he said he wakes up at 4:15 in the morning, gets to his shop at 5:15 because he drives about an hour to get there. And he said he used to die out by about 2 p.m. He said he was just tired. He doesn't work out, doesn't exercise, nothing. He said he started taking Test Reaper, and literally within 2 days, he can go till 8 o'clock at night.
Wow.
You're working on cars all day long. You know what that's like.
Yeah.
So it made me really, really happy to see that. And I've got people messaging me saying how happy they are with the results. I've been having a difficult time with Amazon. They're hard to get. They're hard, man. I've sold 4 bottles on there. I've got 3 reviews, but I mean, to get on that front page of Amazon is like an act of God.
Yeah.
So I'm working really hard to do that, and I'm sending a lot of people to testreaper.com because it goes directly to my Amazon store, which you can buy Test Reaper through there, because I really want to get that business. You have guys out there with 18,000 reviews and whatnot, and that's a whole lot of reviews, and that's a whole lot of money. So I would like to make a lot of money. So
that's everybody's goal. Yeah. That's the big ultimate goal. But yeah, Amazon is a big avenue for this. I know I've worked with Iron Brothers supplements, and that's their main stream. So yeah, if you can get there, then we're good, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're prime already. I'm looking into global markets and stuff like that. I want to look at the laws and shipping supplements outside of the country and things like that. So I've actually got a lawyer I've been talking with and we're doing some consultation with, because I'd like to start selling outside of the country. It's a really good product. And if you've had a chance to take, I don't know, you guys said you guys are going to do like a detox first before you started your next one.
Yeah, tomorrow will be our first day rolling into it.
All right, awesome. I'm really excited. I really am. I'm super excited. I love when people try it, and I love the feedback I get. And every time I ask somebody to do a review, I'm like, please be honest. Tell me exactly, and you'll see the reviews vary from what they're saying, too. They're saying, like, one guy said, I have energy out throughout the day. He didn't say anything about strength training. Well, that was because he doesn't strength train. He doesn't work out, He needed the extra boost, and he's happy. So I'm super excited. I really want this to take off. One, because I'm a businessman now. I want to make money. I want to do this. I want to do it right. I want to provide more products for everybody else. I need this to take off so I can provide everybody what they need and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. So that's awesome. I'm excited to try it out, and we're going to do a bunch of different things with it. So one day, strength training, one day energy, just try it all around, and we will give an honest review. So awesome. You got it there, man.
I'm so pumped.
Now, what is the intended use, and who's the intended user of this product?
I would say, honestly, anybody that needs. If you've got athletes, their testosterone levels are probably fine, but if they're overtraining, they're probably actually pretty tapered down. I don't know if you've trained like a ton. I used to do mixed martial arts at Siktaya Tong in Boston, actually in Somerville. Mark Delagrati owns that gym. A lot of good UFC fighters are going.
Yeah. I wrestled all through high school and into college as well. So
yeah, I'm a big Muay Thai guy, big stand-up guy. I'm not a big fan of wrestling, so I don't like you guys are bastards. And losing my track of thought here, but these guys they train a lot. They train 2 times a day. They need the extra boost. So I would say my product is for every man. And that's my biggest thing. Every man can always want to feel like more of a man. And if you're optimizing your body, what's the problem? Why wouldn't you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to optimize your body so you can be better every single day? Nothing's bad in it. It's fine for you. It's got vitamin C. It's got vitamin D. It's got all great high potency ingredients that is just going to optimize your body for daily life and through exercise. So I would say it's for the everyman. The guy that trains 2 times a day. It's good for the guy that doesn't train at all. It's good for the guy that needs a little more boost in his love life. It's good for all those things. So I wanted to be poor guy. Oh my God, he just threw you under the bus.
He's the young buck, so it's all good. He's good.
I figured he looks young.
Yeah.
We're the old guys, right?
Yeah. We got this 16-year-old over here.
That's accurate, yeah.
You got a lot of facial hair for a 16-year-old.
Yeah. Oh gosh, but so yeah, it sounds like. So it does sound like it is intended for exactly what we thought it was. We just always like to ask that so our audience knows exactly what we're going and what we're looking for. So that's awesome. Let's see. Anything else?
Yeah. And from the looks on your Instagram, it looks like you've got the product here. It also looks like you're kind of diving into other things as well. as far as like training and if you just want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So what I started doing, I have a really good knack for videography, and I have a really good knack for photography. I've always liked it. I've always been passionate about it, but I've really started to dive in because a lot of these fighters here that I sponsor, they need the media. And for some of these guys to get recognized, they need media to get recognized. They want to see a lot of these big companies, Bellator, PFL, you've got, Lion Fight, you've got NEF, you've got Combat Zone, you've got UFC, you've got all these things. The better the quality of media they have, the better chance and opportunity they have of getting into these larger companies. I'm actually wearing Jake the Gorilla Pillars shirt. He's one of my sponsored athletes, and he's just an awesome guy. And I'm telling you what, he is going to go places along with the rest of the fighters I sponsor. They're all going places, and they just need a little bit of help. So when I work with them, I do that anyways. I help them with the media aspect and with the training. I just like to help people out. So if somebody comes to me and they're like, "Hey, do you have any questions or anything like that, or advice for me?" I'll say, "Yeah, come on, talk to me. Shoot it my way. I don't charge anything for it. I've got numerous athletes I can talk to. So if I can't answer your question, I can easily hop on my phone and call somebody that's won 10 pro fights and actually, I can call who I need to call to answer your question, and we don't charge for that. We're here for men. We're here. This Alphabolix is for men, strictly for men. There'll never be anything for women. And it's not that I don't want to pertain to women. It's just men don't have anything anymore that's just us. And that's because everybody wants to sell everything out there so they can make more money. Where's our site? Where's our? Where can we go to find room price? Where can we go to find a good recipe to cook steak? And those are things I'm working on. I want a place that every man can go to get free advice, get their supplements, get workout routines. If they've got a question, ask me. I want a one-source place to get real information, because if you look at blogs online, they're all filled with bullshit. It's because they're trying to affiliate and sell their products. So if you look at all these places, they've got little links. Those little links in there are to sell and make 20% commission off of whoever they're sending it to. So I refuse to do that. I'm not doing it. I'm not paying anybody anything. I'm not doing that. So you know what? I'm going to work the hard way. I'm going to get real blogs. I'm going to get real information. Actually, Swagger Magazine, I'm working with them right now. They want to do an article on my product. So which is huge. They're a huge company, and they're awesome. And I'm going to earn it. I'm going to earn everything I get. I'm going to earn everything I get. I don't need that. I don't need that stuff. I want real place that somebody can go and get the right information they need. Because, you got people that dog Bulgarian Tribulus and then D-aspartic acid. They're like, oh, yeah, that's great. It boosts testosterone. Well, guess what? They actually ran a study. It does not. It does not boost testosterone. It actually decreases testosterone. And they have a study that shows it. And are dogging one thing just so they can sell another thing and make more money because it's cheaper to get. It's such a twisted, political, money-motivated capitalist industry. And I'm here to cut it in half. I'm here to make a product that works. I'm going to crush everybody in the industry, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to make a product work.
Yeah, and that's one reason that I got into doing supplement reviews there for a while, because it is such a convoluted industry that you have all these big companies out there that stockpile the GNCs and the vitamin shops for your local retailers, but the small guys out there are the ones who are doing it right, putting the best ingredients in things, and those are the guys we really want to highlight. Not to say that there aren't big companies out there that do it right. There are some. Yeah, but the little guys, in my opinion, are the ones in this industry who thrive for the consumer.
1,000%. I completely agree with you. We're the guys that are trying to reach out and talk to them. Have you ever tried to talk to a big company? They brush you off and send you free samples. I don't care. I don't need the free sample. I've got a question. Don't dog around because of compliance. Answer it.
Yeah, and I know right now in the industry, especially the supplement world, there are some big lawsuits going on. We're not going to name any names, but there are some questionable practices that have been going on,
for a long time.
And some things like that. And that's why one thing I mentioned to a lot of companies is Justin from Supplement Snoop. The app that he created is just for the industry, for people to go in there, be free, and to ask questions, and no judgment zone, and they'll give you the real opinion about what ingredients they feel work and what they don't. So I'm an advocate for people like that.
He seems like a really good guy. I've actually reached out to him. I also sent him a bottle of Test Reaper because I told him I want his honest opinion. He seems like I've been studying his stuff. I do a lot of research. Before I sent you guys the stuff, I watch what you guys do. You guys give honest reviews. I mean, one, I'm grateful to have Supplement Kitchen out there, and I can't wait to promote you guys and share this video and really get you guys out there, because it's people like you that make it easier. You guys aren't making money. You guys are doing your thing, helping people like I'm trying to do. And his same thing with him, Supplement Snoops. I'm sure there's some sort of income somewhere, but it's not driven off of biased reviews. It's driven off of real reviews. People coming here, watching your videos. And more people need to do that, because you guys aren't bullshitters. And same with him. He's not a bullshitter. And I'm so sick of everybody out there bullshitting everybody on what works and what doesn't. Nugenics PM, Nugenics Total, Nugenics this, and bullshit. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of all the crap. I don't need to put any crazy ass things on my. Just take the damn supplement. If you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's it. Don't buy it again, but go buy it. See if you like it.
Yeah. And then the industry has gotten so money driven, like you said, that's all it's about now. So. We appreciate, and we're glad that you reached out. We're glad to get this done. It's a pleasure to have someone watch our stuff and think we do the right things. We're new, especially together. The video stuff is new, but that's what we're here for. We do it for fun. We don't get no revenue, no gains, nothing out of, well, maybe some gains, but nothing else besides that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Is that all the questions that you have? Yeah, if you want to, real quick, if you just wanted to kind of run through all your ingredients in here and just kind of touch base on the impact that they have as overall product.
So, I mean, there's a lot here that I have for notes and whatnot for each individual product. So vitamin D is like the biggest key player in the body. It's actually, your genitals are a target tissue for vitamin D. So they have a lot of receptors for it, which means in turn that it'll help you produce more testosterone because they actually use it to function. Every cell in the body has a target tissue for vitamin D, but the genitals have the most. Studies have shown an increase of testosterone of almost 30% and also an increase of mood. And I'm kind of citing from my site because this is all the information I have. About 41.6 people in the United States are actually deficient in vitamin Z, which most people don't know that. And you can get that from ncbi.com or ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. And then also D3 is a steroidal compound. I'm not saying it's a steroid, but it is a steroidal compound. Next would be zinc. Everybody knows zinc. That's a key player in hormone and endocrine production. It's a key mineral that the body uses to metabolize your nutrients. It enhances your immune system. It's also a key DNA and protein production along with cell division as well. But most of all, it's going to be beneficial to boost testosterone. And also people that have a deficiency in zinc have shown to have low testosterone linked to that. Bulgarian Tribulus, back in Bulgaria during the Olympics time, when the Olympics was actually being dominated by Bulgarians, they were using Bulgarian Tribulus for their workouts. The problem is, since then, it's been overdeveloped and under nutrienced and underlighted, and that's because people are just making it and they don't know what they're doing. They're not like cannabis. Cannabis, you can get one seed, and you can actually get two seeds of the same strain, same everything, and put one in a one grow and put one in another grow. And if you do one that doesn't have proper nutrients and proper lighting, it's not going to come out as potent. The THC won't be as high. So you've got the other strain that's 30%, and you've got the other strain that's 5%. But you can still claim it being something else in the world of the non-FDA regulated products. And then also ours has 95% saponins, which also means a higher protodiacin. Protodiacin is actually the compound that increases your testosterone production in your testicles. Fenugreek it not necessarily produces more testosterone. It actually sharpens your memory. So I've added it in there to more make you stronger, sharpen your memory, give you better bone density, stronger immune function, and it actually does increase strength in your upper and lower body composition. Vitamin C, that's the next ingredient. It's actually 58. It restores and regenerates damaged testosterone up to 58%. So that's huge. So if you have damaged testosterone molecules in your body, like the Leydig cells and things like that, you're going to help that aspect of things. So vitamin C is awesome. It preserves and protects the Leydig cells, which in turn preserves and protects the testosterone molecules. It also lowers your cortisol level, which will give you better testosterone to cortisol ratio in your body. L-arginine, that's a vasodilator. Vasodilators are interesting because, and it doesn't increase testosterone, and so don't. Some people are like, oh, it increases testosterone because I get a better erection. No, it's just because it blood flow and dilates the blood vessel. And if you look at one of my videos, I'll actually show you what a vasodilator does, and it shows the vein, and then it shows it opens up. If you open up a vein, it gives you more nutrients in each flow through your body. So each time your heart pumps, it pushes more nutrients through your body. So I put it in there, not for the pump, because I didn't do too much. I did enough for the vasodilation so you can have a better delivery of my product. And then also, I want to read you this one note here. And this is actually from NCBI. So this sterospecific renal and ocular vasodilator potency of L-arginine is enhanced by sugar. So if you take a little bit of sugar with my product, it'll definitely enhance the delivery effects, which may result in a facilitated L-arginine membrane transport, enhanced intercellular NO, nitric oxide, formulation, and also or increase NO bioavailability, which is awesome. So you've got all these things in here. And then the last thing is, the oat, Venus sativa. Venus sativa is just great all around. It helps you with your libido, and it definitely carries some saponins in it. Fenugreek also carries 50% saponins. Ours does. So you definitely have a great benefit factor there. But Venus sativa is it's good all around for the body. That oat is fantastic. I mean, I've used it myself, just having it. I don't know if you guys ever used it before?
I have not personally, no.
Oh wow, yeah, no, it's fantastic. If you guys do some research on it, it's just if you get a good source for it, it's just good to take by itself. I mean, I feel great, after taking it. It just makes me feel better mood, more like a man. I don't know how to explain it. More like if you've ever been in a fight before, sometimes people get scared and less dominant. They almost want to back down. I feel that with Test Reaper and also adding that Venus sativa in it, I have that more vitality. So I used to spar a lot. I'll get back into sparring again soon, actually, probably like in the next couple of weeks. But before, when I first started, I didn't want to get punched in the face. I didn't want to be the aggressor. And then after training and then after taking my supplement, dude, I just get in. I get in, and that's it. And that's a big key factor of the masculinity of a man is whether you get in or you get out. And I think that's what we really all want to be like. We want to be that guy that just gets in there and bangs, It's not all about fighting, but man, it's with anything. You get in there and you handle it.
Yeah, that's true.
1,000%. I'm a guy. I know. I'm speaking right from being that guy. I've experienced life. I've experienced, getting knocked out with a kick by a pro fighter. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty terrible, actually. I went to sleep. I took a nap right there on the canvas. I was like,
hey, it happens to the best of them, right?
Yeah, it does. I just, I didn't keep my guard up, and he taught me a lesson.
Oh, man. I think, I think you just had a couple of fighters that you actually wanted to mention, right?
Yes. So I have actually a few people I might want to mention. I've got 4 fighters and actually somebody that I work with currently. He's actually one of my partners. His name is Curtis Stilfen. I want to give him a big shout out. He's been an unbelievable, detrimental person to my company. And I've taken him on as an employee, but also as a partner, giving him some portion of the company. And that's because you have to have that type of person in there. And the type of person, he is so articulate in everything he does. I mean, he does a lot of the Instagram posts for me. He does a lot of the Twitter stuff for me. He's really on top of it. He rewrites things that I write. because God knows I'm not that great of a writer, and he'll rewrite things for me and he just like change things around and give me a good aspect. He actually takes care of a lot of the blogs for me. He's a very intelligent person. So having him along with my team has been great. And I just want to give Curtis a shout out. And he's also actually one of the trainers at Spiro's Martial Arts Academy, along with 3 of the other guys. Actually, 4 of the fighters I sponsor train out of that gym as well. So I'm glad me and him met, and he's going to be one of my trainers and coaches as well when I get back into training, and maybe I'll be taking a fight at the end of the year. Then I want to talk about my athletes. Jake the Gorilla, he's fighting on April 19th for Combat Zone. I'm pretty sure this is going to be his pro debut. He was supposed to have his pro debut before, but it ended up the fighter ended up backing out, so he had to take a different fighter last minute. He knocked the guy out in like 30 seconds with a cartwheel kick. He cartwheel kicked him. He did like a flip and kicked him in the head. It was great. He knocked him unconscious. I was like, dude, that's awesome. He's great. That's a great fighter there. And he's a really good person too. He's really shows his support. He's really involved with his community. Tom Pigliarulo. I can't really. We call him Tom Pags because he's got an interesting last name. He is going to be another up-and-comer. He's going to fight for NEF in Maine, and that's April 26th. That's a title fight. He's going for the title. He's going to get that strap. And I'm telling you what, man, I've watched him train. I've watched him train on Test Reaper now, and he's even told me, I've got text messages. He's like, dude, this stuff is amazing. He's like, my fight camp has been unbelievable. So I got to give a real big shout out to him. He shows a lot of love and support for Test Reaper, for Alphabolix, and he's what we stand for. Orion Shawn, another great athlete. He's got a fight coming up for NEF as well on 26th. This will be his first official fight. He actually has a big wrestling and grappling background. He's really, really, really good, and he's also a good person as well. Dave Spiro, which it's at Spiro's Martial Arts Fitness on Instagram. He actually is the current heavyweight title holder for Combat Zone. He just won it, and I did a video for him and everything like that, and then he retired. He actually has Spiro's Martial Arts Academy, where all these guys train. Jake trains at many different gyms, but he trains mainly there. Same with Tom, trains at Burgess MMA. But all these guys are great. I just want to run through their Instagram hashtags real quick, their Instagram handles. So at Jake the Gorilla is where you'll find him. At Tom Pags is where you'll find him. At Os Chung, so OSSCHHUN is where you'll find him. And then at Spiro_martial_arts_fitness is where you'll find Dave Spiro. That's it for me. And then follow us at Alphabolix Official, Give us some love.
Heck yeah. Awesome. So we appreciate your time, Derek. We appreciate you setting us up and getting with us, and definitely getting us out the Test Reaper and the swag. Yeah. We appreciate it, man. We're going to rep it, review it, and give you our honest feedback.
Awesome, man. I'm also going to send you guys out a promo code for you guys yourself, so you guys can, promote that as well, and pass along the discount to everybody else, and we'll talk about that more.
All right, man. Sounds good. So I guess for now, Supplement Kitchen's going to be out.
All right, man. See you later.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.